Oh god. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are doing well today and are ready for another exhilarating video by yours truly. Today, I hope you are ready to be uncomfortable beyond what you previously imagined to be possible, because the man you're about to meet is, well, you'll see. Now, I was introduced to Joe on a boat shortly after he started creating content about 2 years ago, and right from the beginning, it was an uncomfortable cringe fest that many memesters can only dream of achieving. Actually, I think it's important to note here that I have no idea if Joe is actually memeing. This can 100% be very real and a very authentic channel. I choose to believe that's the case. It just makes the content better if it's legit.
But wait, Brett, what's so strange about this guy? You decided to make an entire YouTube video dedicated to this guy. He can't be that bad.
Oh boy, well I hope you've got your seatbelt and helmet on, and you've topped that life insurance policy up, because we are about to go on the trip of a lifetime, friend. So at a quick glance, Joe's channel looks pretty average. He's got a nice profile picture that is accentuating his forehead glare. He's got an interesting but blurry banner picture, and the majority of his videos here look innocent enough. But let's take a closer look. A message about the cola in my yacht. Maybe he makes his own cola, I'm not sure. A short message for females and boat guests. I mean, maybe he's just super particular about the boat etiquette. I don't know. Practical uses for chloroform. St. Patrick's Day Guide to Consensual Pinching. Lessons from Papa. 1-800-TRUST. Reptilianism. That seems like I said that word correct. Audio recording from my date. Also, he points out in the thumbnail legally, so don't worry, Joe's got all his bases covered. So, you know, we haven't even watched a video yet, and you might be getting some vibes. Well, get your flippers and floaties on, ladies and gents, because we are about to go deeper. I mean, I figure a good place to start is the first video on his channel, Joe's dating profile. So let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Joe. Thanks for clicking the link in my Tinder profile. I'm also on OkCupid.
Joe over here, double dipping with the dating profile video, a truly alpha move.
Don't worry about coming to a boat with me. It'll be just fine. The walls are thin. You can hear everything. There's people all over the marina 24/7. This is absolutely the worst place to try to murder somebody, rape them. I ought to know. I used to be a teacher.
Wait a minute, Joe. I was all on board, okay? You got a nice looking boat, you're on the marina, the walls are pretty thin, there's people all over the place at all times, but he kind of threw me a bit of a curveball there with mentioning that this isn't a great place to be murdered or raped, and that you would know, and you used to be a teacher. I'm sorry, but that is what we call a red flag. For any of you young people out there who are in the online dating world, this would just be a personal suggestion, but maybe don't mention that where you live is also not an adequate place to get murdered. True that mentioning this is a good thing, right? People don't want to typically be murdered when they go to certain places, but the fact that you mention it in a dating profile is not going to entice most people to want to come over. I'm beginning to think that Joe might not have the most great of intentions, but we shouldn't jump to any conclusions here. Let's jump over to something that's maybe a little bit more lighthearted. This one here looks good. It is the victimless prank how-to.
This is my victimless prank of how to call someone a goofy melon head. First, you get a melon, one like this. Next, you'll want to draw a big goofy face on this melon. So now we're getting done with this goofy face, as you can see. You attach this note with anything you do have, such as this, and I will be leaving this at this person's home. They return home and they realize somebody thinks they're a big goofy melon head. A completely harmless, victimless prank you can pull on your friends.
Uh-huh. All right, so in this video, Joe is on a different boat. It looks like a little raft or something, and he's got himself a melon with a goofy face on it, and he wants this to be a message to somebody in their own home, which is unsettling. Now, on top of this, he attaches the message, "You," with a knife into the melon head. I mean, this is no kissing my sister prank, but I guess I'll take it. So Joe, so far in the 2 videos that we've seen, has mentioned murder and stabbed a melon with a knife. I'm not jumping to any conclusions, but I'm pretty sure Joe is a murderer and uses his boat as a murder chamber and then dumps the bodies in the ocean. Apparently I didn't write anything, so we're just gonna move on to the 3rd video, because I didn't write anything in my script. Don't give me a hard time for scripting this, okay? It is hard enough to actually create the video. Having a little bit of structure is kind of a nice thing, okay? Don't judge me too hard. I am a fragile person. Oh, passing on my papa's wisdom. Here we go. We found it.
You know, I think it can be healthy to have secrets, Roger. Just like anybody else, the guy that scrapes the ship's got to have a few of them. There's some things you just don't talk about. There's other things you just don't tell anybody about. And then there's those things you don't want anybody to know about because you don't want to know it yourself.
Oh. Okay, so Roger's definitely dead. Like, as far as I'm concerned, Roger was murdered seconds after that video ended, and the phone number there is literally just so that Joe can answer the phone and pretend to be Roger without raising too many suspicions. Like, you know in a horror movie when a security guard is just doing his job, and then he gets murdered simply because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time? Well, that's Roger. Roger was called in to remove some barnacles from Joe's boat, and nobody has seen him since. Also, just as a side note, this has nothing to do with Joe being a murderer necessarily, but I want to know what's up with those subtitles. Like, wouldn't it be annoying if every single word I said popped up on the screen instead of just having a long line of words as subtitles? Yeah, it would be. Also, I hope you appreciate how much work it was to pull off that joke. Okay, so I've got time for one more video, and I really struggled with the word reptilianism. I don't know how to say it, and so I'm really hoping that Joe can help me out here. I am also a little bit scared.
Reptilianism is the most morally okay lifestyle and diet.
Snakes, lizards, and turtles have simple lizard brains,
That cannot process complex emotions.
like jealousy, and
Therefore are morally fine to consume.
What the Okay, so I'm even more confused now. Does Joe also murder lizards? Who is Joe's friend? Why does he literally look like a lizard? Okay, tell me this dude doesn't look like a lizard. I mean, this might be too much for one video, but I think I'm gonna end it there because I can't even deal with it. We will continue to monitor the Joe on a boat situation over here and keep you all updated, but for now, you can just check out Joe's channel on your own and come up with your own conclusions. We literally looked at 4 of the 60 videos currently uploaded on his channel. There is a lot more content for you to dive into. But that is all the time I have for you today. I do hope you enjoyed the video a bunch. I had a ton of fun making it. It was really great to dive into this like weird, strange content that I somehow stumbled across a couple years ago. So if this is the first time that you are experiencing it, you're welcome. If you did enjoy the video, definitely consider subscribing. I plan on making more content like this. I really enjoy it. It's really fun for me to do. And you can also turn that notification button on so you don't miss an upload if you are interested. You can also love tap that like button because sometimes it gets a little cold and lonely down there for the little guy. So he would appreciate it. Lastly, if you do have any suggestions for content, for videos, personal stories, funny pictures, videos, images, GIFs, GIFs, whatever it may be, you can hit me up on the Twitter. Links are down below in the description box, and I'll give you some credit if I use something that you suggest to me. So go ahead and do that if you'd like. Anyways, I do have to go. I'm about to go play a harmless prank on one of my buddies, so I've got to go cut his brake lines before he gets off work and make sure that my anthrax order came in from Amazon. So I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day and a wonderful week, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.